It is already time to talk about the second weekend box office for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and we have already started to see the estimates come in and the predictions for where the film will end up. So let's talk about the second weekend and how it's expected to make between 65 and 70 million. So obviously the opening weekend of Black Panther Wakanda Forever was the second best this year, only a few million behind Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So going into the second weekend, the key here is to see how much of a holdover the film has. The expected drop of a typical blockbuster is between 59 to 65, possibly 70% if it's a huge drop-off. Previously, we've talked about it before, one of the biggest record drops of all time, weekend to weekend, weekend after weekend, was Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and then Justice League. Now, this film isn't expected to do that, but it's expected to be a more significant drop than a typical Marvel film. But again, we won't know. So across multiple outlets that have put up their predictions, the lowest end estimate is 60. The highest end estimate is 70 million this weekend, meaning if it comes anywhere in there, it's as expected. If it does under 60 million, it's doing terrible. If it does over 70 million, it's doing way better than expected. Now, I should note that as of right now, the total for Black Panther Wakanda Forever is just north of 350 million. So if it adds about another 50 to 60 to even 70 in the US, we're past 400 million easily. Depending on what worldwide international does, we could be looking at 450 million by the time the weekend is over. But again, it's all going to depend on the drop and, of course, how many other countries are going to be showing it. Does it get approved in some other territories? Is there a scale back? Does Black Adam rise up? Because there's been a specific amount of people, you guys have probably seen it, that are saying stop the wokeness and go see Black Adam, whatever. That's a thing. It didn't help the first weekend. I don't think it's going to help this one. But again, they're trying to act like it's going to be a major thing that's going to slow down Wakanda Forever. And obviously, if you look at the box office, it didn't do it the first weekend. But who knows? Maybe more people will show up this time around. Also, this weekend, it's going to be the kickoff to when people officially have a week off. And people are expecting that maybe not this weekend, but the weekend after, the holdover could be stronger. But again, we haven't had one of these scenarios in quite a long time. So we'll talk about it when we get to it, and we'll talk about Thanksgiving and all that when it's time. But it's looking pretty good, honestly, for Wakanda Forever. Should be passing 500 million any day now.